Imagine ancient civilizations moving stones weighing hundreds of tons with impossible precision. What if they weren't relying solely on brute force, but on a force we often overlook? Could Earth's magnetic fields have been the secret to aligning and even levitating massive structures like the Great Pyramid? Prepare to question everything you thought you knew about ancient building techniques. The precision is mathematically impossible by conventional understanding. The Great Pyramid aligns to true north within 3/60ths of a single degree, more accurate than most modern buildings. Stonehenge's astronomical alignments require tolerances that shouldn't be achievable with primitive tools. At Baalbek, the foundation stones weigh over 800 tons each, positioned with millimeter precision. Orthodox archaeology explains this through ingenuity, manpower, and time. But what if there's another explanation, one involving forces the ancients understood that we've dismissed as superstition? Earth's magnetic field is everywhere yet invisible. It guides migrating birds across continents, influences human circadian rhythms, and creates measurable anomalies at specific geological locations. Ancient cultures weren't ignorant of magnetism. Chinese texts from 2,600 years ago describe magnetic compasses, and numerous cultures speak of power spots or sacred nodes in landscape. What if these weren't mystical concepts, but practical observations of geomagnetic phenomena? Modern surveys reveal that major megalithic sites consistently sit atop significant magnetic anomalies, concentrations of magnetite, fault lines, or underground water flows that create measurable electromagnetic variations. The magnetic blueprint theory proposes something radical. Ancient builders didn't just observe these fields, they manipulated them. Certain frequencies can induce acoustic levitation. We've demonstrated this in laboratories with small objects. Apply sufficient electromagnetic resonance to ferromagnetic rock, and you can alter its apparent weight. The ancients had access to materials we are only now appreciating: quartz crystals that generate piezoelectric charges, magnetite that concentrates magnetic fields, specific stone compositions that respond to electromagnetic influence. What if the elaborate rituals described in ancient texts weren't purely ceremonial, but operational instructions for activating these properties through sound, orientation, and timing? The evidence deserves serious examination. Ground-penetrating radar at the Great Pyramid reveals the stones contain significantly higher magnetite concentrations than surrounding limestone, deliberate selection, not accident. Measurements at Stonehenge show the blue stones transported from 150 miles away have unique magnetic signatures, while local stones would have sufficed structurally. Ancient quarries show tool marks that some metallurgists argue couldn't have been made with bronze implements, suggesting alternative methods. And consistently, megalithic sites align not just astronomically, but with geomagnetic grid patterns that modern science has only recently begun mapping. If ancient civilizations possessed advanced understanding of geomagnetism and acoustic resonance, it reframes everything. This wasn't primitive superstition, it was sophisticated physics expressed through different paradigms. The knowledge was lost not because it was false, but because it was oral, experiential, and tied to perceptions we've trained ourselves not to recognize. Today, researchers experiment with acoustic levitation, magnetic manipulation, and resonance effects, rediscovering principles the ancients may have mastered. Whether they achieved true levitation or simply made impossibly heavy stones manageable through magnetic assistance, the fundamental question remains: what did they know about Earth's unseen forces that we've forgotten? The magnetic monoliths aren't just standing stones, they might be dormant technologies waiting for us to remember how to read them.